Today we're going to look at side kick exercise, great exercise for strengthening our side trunk muscles while we kick the leg forward and back. In the forward motion, we get to work our quads while we stretch our hamstrings. In the back motion, we're working our hamstrings and glutes as hip extensors and lengthening through the quads and the psoas. So it's all about stabilizing the trunk, watching that we don't roll forward, roll back, drop the ribs, or become in any way out of neutral alignment. I want to lengthen out the top of the head, align the back of the head, upper back, ribs, and sacrum. So I'd like to start out with a side bridge, one of our essential exercises. That's a great warm-up for this side kick exercise. So here I am in my side bridge. I'm going to work these trunk muscles, lifting the ribs away from the mat, pull the scapula down, and then I'm going to use this bottom hip, glute medius muscle, to pull myself away from the mat. Lift the top arm, and then I take a couple of side leg lifts, abducting the top leg so that I have that glute medius working as well as the underside, getting those glute medius muscles warmed up for my side kick. My trunk is long and wide, beaming out the top of the head and reaching the tailbone away from the head. And then I'm going to come down, and from here stretch the top leg. This front arm comes for a little bit of balance. I make sure my shoulders are open, and I can start my kicks. Kicking front and kicking back. Exhale, inhale, lengthen away from the head. I'm going to be careful not to overly arch here. I want length in the back of my body and rely on my hip extensors taking my leg back instead of my back extensors. So it takes a lot of strength in the core to stabilize and find that freedom in the hip joint. From there, I can go down to my elbow if all is good and continue my kicks. This is a more challenging position. And then ultimately to the more challenging position, legs are straight, slightly in front of my pelvis to give myself a little extra support. And from here, I continue my kicks. And once I really feel that stability kicking in my trunk, I start to feel more freedom in my hips, and I can start to really grow into the motion, reaching out the top of the head, reaching through the toes, feeling space in my joints, breathing into my tissue.